More than 100 fewer people are admitted to the hospital, more than 1,100 people who have the coronavirus. Of course, the cases of this number were being reported in the last 24 hours. The positivity rate are keeping up decreasing downward. While COVID metrics are dropping across the country in many states, death rates are still soaring. The good news is 64% of Americans are now fully vaccinated. According to the Omicron, daily deaths have jumped to nearly 30% in the last 2 weeks, most in states with low vaccination rates. More than 120,000 Americans are being hospitalized with COVID, but admissions are slowing and new infections are plummeting nationwide. Cases have dropped with more than 70% in Maryland and New York. Health experts say the best defense are vaccines. 42% of Americans have booster and masking. There are just 9 states still require masks indoors. Back on the 3-figure number of the confirmed cases in the 24-hour period as of yesterday. They are under 800 people who have the coronavirus. Just 10 more people are in the hospital with the virus. 21 more people have died from the virus, and the statewide positivity tested rate is at 6.12% with the reported 0.4%. The key figures are continuing trending in the big right direction. There are fewer than 800 new COVID cases reported in the last 24 hours, and the statewide positivity rate is below 6%. As these numbers continue to drop, Governor Larry Hogan will give an update on the state's response to the pandemic. Hogan announced 95% of adults across the state are considered vaccinated. Hogan says the state will keep trying to reach that remaining 5% of the population. The COVID-19 key metric numbers continue to decrease downward. The hospitalizations and the positivity rate keeps on dropping. We haven't seen since December. The U.S. Surgeon General warning we could be on the brink of another crisis related to COVID-19. A mental health crisis, he says. Uncertainties in first causes by the pandemic is impacting younger generation. They often embarrassed with issues like depression and anxiety and not getting the help they need. Meantime, Pfizer is working to get the COVID fight pill approved for more people. Currently is only authorized treating virus in high-risk people, 12 years and older. Pfizer is getting ready to study the drug's effectiveness in all children ages 6 to 18. This comes as the company is still waiting for the full Food Drug Administration approval on the pill. The hospitalizations are showing under 1,000. We have 58 fewer people are in the hospital. Cases are showing 1,100 reported. The test positivity rate is definitely going down by almost getting towards 4%. 37 people have died. A mask mandate is in effect for states' buildings and facilities. An indoor mask mandate remains in effect in Baltimore City. The indoor mask mandate is no longer in effect in Anne Arundel, Baltimore, Hartford, and Howard counties. And the impact of COVID-19 may not end with a negative test. New research finds almost a third of older adults infected with a virus in 2020 developed a new condition that needed medical attention. Those issues involve major organs including heart, kidneys, lungs, and liver, as well as mental health complications. Key metrics when it comes to the COVID-19 are all trending in the right direction. Coronavirus numbers are very encouraging. The numbers of the new cases are well under 1,000. And taking a look state positivity rate for the first time since November 28, it's definitely fallen below 5%. Fewer people hospitalized. This all comes as Governor Larry Hogan wants to end the school mask mandate and the State Board of Education is responding. It sent a letter to Governor Hogan. Hogan urged the board to drop the school mask mandate. He cited the decreasing numbers and the opinions of parents and medical experts to lift the mask mandate in schools. The school board says its so-called off-ramps are in place if certain COVID-19 metrics are met. It says it will continue to review the numbers to see if regulations is still needed. The mask mandate will expire on February 25th. This comes as the coronavirus pandemic continues to decrease the numbers. There are less than 60 fewer people are hospitalized. The positivity rate is at 4.49%. 941 new cases were reported overnight in the 24-hour period, and finally, 31 more people have died. There are more than 4,664,000 receiving a first dose. Nearly 4,100,000 received a second dose. 333,000 received a single dose. More than 2,102,000 people have been receiving a booster dose. The total for administered dose, ladies and gentlemen, they are nearly 11,200,000. 14,761,000 have been distributed with the dose. More than 4,433,000 Marylanders have been receiving a fully vaccinated. 95% with population ages 18 and up, and finally 89.6% with population ages 5 and up. If you want to keep on looking at that COVID-19 data chart and COVID-19 vaccination data chart, just in case, ladies and gentlemen, if you're new at this or you may have seen it before, you can look at it over and over to keep track of the data charts. And if you live in the state of Maryland, whether if you're in Hartford, Cecil, Baltimore, Kent, Howard, Anne Arundel, Montgomery, Frederick, or anywhere in counties in Maryland, and including the Maryland city areas, it does not even matter. To look at the COVID-19 data charts, just log on to their Maryland's link at coronavirus.maryland.gov to click it. It's on the description below.